Hello grade 6s. Today we are looking at magic squares. Now some of you may have done magic squares before, but for those of you who haven't, every row in your magic square has to equal the same number. So that means that this row here, this row here, this row here, this column, this column, this column, and the diagonal all have to add up to the same number. So I'm going to do this one with you so that you can do the one in your textbooks. 7 plus 6 is 13. 9 plus 5 is 14. 4 plus 8 is 12. Let's look at the diagonal now. 8 plus 5 is 13. Now we're going to do the rows. 9 plus 4 is 13. 7 plus 5 is 12. And 6 plus 8 is 14. So now we know what each row adds up to before it's finished. Let's look at the first row. It's 13 at the moment. It can't just add up to 14 because the second row is 14 and we have to add something in there. So why don't we try to make each row add up to 15? So if we look at the first row, it would be 13 plus 2. If we look at the next row, it would be 14 plus 1. The next row would be 12 plus 3. The diagonal would be 13 plus 2. This column would be 14 plus 1, 12 plus 3, and 13 plus 2. Let's try and fit those numbers in and see if they work for all the rows. Let's look at the top row first. We had 13. If we add 2, then that row adds up to 15. Now we can see that this whole column here is complete. So let's see if that adds up to 15 as well. 9 plus 2 is 11 plus 4, yes, is 15. Let's look at the diagonal. 8 and 5 is 13 plus 2, yes, that's also 15. So let's put this 1 in here and see if it continues to work. 9 plus 1 is 10 plus 5 is 15. So that works too. Let's do this last space here. Let's put in that 3 and see if it works both ways. 7 plus 3 is 10 plus the 5 is 15. Let's see if it works across the bottom as well. 8 plus 3 is 11 plus 4 is 15. So we've managed to get each row to add up to 15. So that magic square is now complete. Now the one in your textbooks, they've filled in some of the numbers for you. They've also given you the other numbers to fill in. So at least you know what numbers you have to fill in. You've just got to figure out where to put them. And then they ask you a few more questions about that magic square. You will have to draw the magic square for A, B, C, and D. Question number 2 in exercise 73B is asking you about factors. Now remember that factors fit, and they are very closely related to our times tables. Here is a hint for you. Use the divisibility rules on page 133 to help you answer the questions in number 2.